Hi all. So today we are going to see about the relationship. So before that we will have a quick review or the recall about what we have done in yesterday's class. Okay. So the first thing is we learned how to create the fields. So we tried text, number field, date field, email, pick list, and all this. So yeah, pick list. We stopped yesterday till the pick list where we had the mm, let me go to our students object, that is our app name is Flipkart and our object is students. Okay, yes. So here what we will see is we'll click on new. We had created this gender and we have this. So I asked you to do a assignment by checking for how we can edit the gender, like pick list value, or add or remove the pick list value once it is created. So we'll try to check on that. So okay, let me quickly go into the same object and their fields, and we have a shortcut. Instead of going to setup and from there object manager, we can directly go to any of the object. You have to go to that page of a object and then click on the edit object. Okay, so this is a shortcut and this is the second way. Okay, so yesterday we had created this gender. So now what I'll do is we were trying here, but instead what we have to do is we have to click on the gender. So whichever field you wanted to change the record type or their information, then you can directly go to that arrows and click on the edit. But if you want to change the data inside that field, you have to go click on that field and then come at the bottom. You will be able to see the values section. In values section you have to edit, so click on this. So in real time projects you cannot touch the API name because it might have been embedded in any of the code. So first, before editing the API name, you have to check with your developer or the other people, like any code has been written for this pick list value, because if this has been changed it will affect the functionality. So better, it is advisable not to touch the API name, but instead you can change the label. Like I'll give mail. This is enough. Label is something which will be shown in the options. So save. Okay, fine. So now we have created mail. We need other two one. So what I'll do is female. Okay, added and save. And then is others. Okay, the three options has been ready. Okay, this has been added. Now what we will do is we'll go back and refresh once the screen. Click on new and you can see this options have been come up. But again, like for showing it, we had a meeting with the clients and client said, yeah, everything looks perfect, but as of now we do not as of now there have been no admission for others yet. So in future if some people come for the admission, then we can enable this pick list. So till that time it is of no use, they said. At that moment what we have to do is we have one more option which is called, we can deactivate the pick list value. This is inactivate values. So for that you have to just click on deactivate. Okay, Done. Once the option is deactivated, you will not be able to edit the values. See here, you will not be able to get that option. Okay, done. So now we'll go back quickly and check for that whether it has been hidden or not. Okay, it takes some time for updating, guys. We'll wait for 2 minutes more. Okay, see, you can see it has been updated male and female. The other value is there, but it is hidden. Okay, that is how it works. So now what we will do is we got to know, we'll see for one validation rule. So what is validation rule? In yesterday's class we understood that I'll try to create one of the user, which is John AB. Okay, and his email id is john at abc.com. Okay, and his gender is male. If I don't give this, I'll get an error. See how it is. See here, it is showing email ID of the student is invalid email address. So it should be not like this. That is what they are trying to say. This is a standard validation rule which has been provided by the Salesforce. In the same way, we have custom validation rule also. That means it is asking a user to fill in a expected format by the organization. So now, the organization, students organization is a college. College is expecting their users to enter the correct format of the email id, because this is not the format. They have already made this available by the help of standard validation rule. In validation rule there are two types: one is standard and custom validation rule. So email id is a standard one. So custom we wanted to have. What we will do is we got an requirement saying we want some data to be added in the field. Like, there are so many people, students coming in, they will not be available for the entire 8 hours. What they want is, it is their wish, so they can enter any number of hours. So if the user is available for only 2 hours of class, he can enter the hours as 2. So the field name should be like hours in school. Okay, here the entry can be like 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours, but not more than 8 hours, they said. In this point, what we have to do is, like, if the user is giving any number which is greater than 8, for example 9, then he should get a error saying the school is open for 8 hours a day. This should be the error. Hence, please give hours less than 8 hours. Okay, fine. So now what we will do is, the error should be popped up once the hours are greater than 8. This is how it is. What I'll do is, first I'll create a field. This is the requirement from the client. So what we will do is, we'll quickly create one field in the same. So here I want that field like hours in the school. Okay, our friend, who is our friend, we have to go to the setup and then go to object manager, and this will pop up fields and relationships. Click on new for the new field. What is the data type we have to use for this data? So our data is a number because only till 8 we are giving. So we can choose for number. So we got. And next. Okay. The length is not more than 1 because we know it is just till 9 hours. Our criteria is till 8 hours. So it should not allow to enter any hours which is greater than 10 or something. So it is just a length of 1 is fine for us. Okay. Everything is done. Click on next. And always for the profiles check for your system admin. Okay, it's there. Save it and save it. Okay, we'll go here and refresh our screen. Sometimes it might take to reflect the changes. So what we will do is we'll go to the Salesforce Classic, which is the older version of Salesforce, and check whether this has been updated or not. Okay, students is R. So this was our icon. Click on this and click on new. So now we can see this ours has been present. So Mr. Bean will give the name as Mr. Bean. Okay. This you can see the page layout is different because there is a different layout for the classic and lightning, and which we were using was for lightning. And email is I'll give bean at gmail.com. Okay. And hours is 9 hours. And date of birth not needed. And here's a mail. Fine. Save. Okay, now it has been saved. But what was our client's requirement? He don't want any hours which are greater than 8 hours. So the error should have been popped up. It has not happened because we have not written any of the custom validation. So what we will do is go back here and write for a validation rule. We have two options. One is from the go to validation rule and click on new, and a rule name we have to give. I am just giving arts validation, and active we should always check this, so it should have been checked. And then we have to do is insert a field, students and hours in school, no, yes, here, and insert. What was our formula? If it is greater than 8 hours it should show an error. Okay. And what is the error message it is asking? You can check for the syntax. If any syntax is wrong you will be able to see one error, but now it has been passed, no errors found. Okay, so here we have to write that error message what they wanted. So as per client requirement this was the error they wanted. Paste it. Okay. And where error location is on top of the page or field. So top of the page is something which we have not seen. Field is something which was showing, for the email ID it was showing. No, so we can show. This was for ours, so we can go and show it. Okay. So here top of the page. Fine. Save. Done. We have created the validation rule. So now what we will do is we will create one more field. One more record where we will try to give now. Okay. Mm, now is like we'll go with Chotu. Chutki will give. Okay. And email ID is chutki at abc.com. And ours are she wanted to be a very dedicated student and in enthusiasm she gave 10 hours. Okay. So now we have to check whether this will avoid or not. See, the first one is number is too large because it is we have just given 1. So if it is anything which is more than 9, it will show this error. So I'll try to give this. See here. It is at the top. The school is open for just 8 hours and hence please give us less than 8 hours. Okay? This is what we wanted. So we got to know what we have to provide. I'll give no 7 hours. Okay, it should save. Yes, it saved. But always remember, validation is a validation rule will be applied post the validation rule has been active. So as of now, it has been not allowing us, but finally we gave a correct data. But if we go to the previous one, it is still as 9 hours. That means it will not do any changes for the previously entered numbers, but it will get activated post the activation has been come into the action. Okay, fine. We understood what is a validation rule. Okay, so the now next topic is something called as relationship. So before going to that, we will understand like we have a real time scenario where we got a real time project. We got a requirement saying we have a Kannada college where we are having one requirement that every student should be always having one teacher for mentoring, so that this is our like on top of our what we say standards. So we are always having one student taken care by the teacher. So they said we want one teacher should be always allocated to one student so that he will be taken care properly and studied well. Okay. At that moment, what we have to do is I have already created one more what we see one more object which is called as teachers. Okay. So this is the teacher object. We have teacher name and subjects. Our teacher name is a text and subject is a pick list value which I have given. Okay. And now what we will do is we have to add the one teacher should be connected to one student. But how we will do it? For doing that, we have this option called as relationship. Okay. So we got the requirement and we will be trying to do it. But we have to understand one thing is now we know how to create an object and how to fill the data to that object also. But in real time projects or in real time scenarios, this is not the case. There will be no single objects present without any relationship with the other one. So in every organization, there will be a connection between the objects. That means like for example what we can say is um, like to connect the objects together or to make some relationship between the business, we want a relationship, but how to achieve this and why is it needed is our question. So for example, we'll take one example for the bank. All have been reached out to bank as of I know. So there we will be able to see like bank has the customer details in one of its data or the pages it has. So bank project. So in customers, this is object. They have a details of their customers. Okay, and they have one more object named as personal loan. Here it contains customers who bought a personal loan, and same way this is a home loan. In this object same it contains the customers who bought or who has been applied to the uh, home loan. But bank loan has some requirement saying the customers who has already taken one loan is not eligible for the other loan. So to understand who has, like, I got one application from Ram for the home loan, but I have to understand whether this person is previously having the loan, personal loan or not. Then only I'll be able to sanction him. So for that reason, what we want is we have to get the relationship with the personal loan to the home loan. This direct relation, if it is not possible, customer name is present in details and his ID. So what I'll do is I'll take for this ID because names might be same. For me, like in one of the bank, there are two people with the same name. So at that time, we will not be able to identify. Because of that, we will have a ID column like we have been created in the other objects. So with that ID, what I'll do is, well, I'll go to this and search for that, and I can get that customer details if they have taken the loan. But this is a long process where I have to go to each and every database and do it. But instead, what I can do is I can create a relationship between the ID, like customer and personal loan customers, and customer and home loan. For doing all these thing is we have to create the relationship. Okay, this is where we need the relationship to be maintained in every business. It might be a bank, hospital, or college, everything. So, since we have one of the uh, like student and teacher, we'll take one of the requirement. The requirement is like hmm, this is the requirement. Requirement is Canada College needs name subject. Teacher should be, we have to create one of the new object which is teacher object. It should contain name and subject fields. Okay, and one teacher is allocated as mentor for each student. This is the requirement. Now, so to achieve this, we have to create a relationship. We have two types of relationship now. Fields, relationship fields. Okay, what are those? Lookup, relationship, lookup relationship, and other one is master detail, detail relationship. Okay, detail relationship. So the first one is lookup. So we'll start working on the lookup for this requirement. Okay, we'll take one example. Like I showed, no, I have created one new object where it has teacher name and subject, and I have like to understand it faster. Already created the teachers and their subject here. So teacher name is Sunita and subject is English. Similarly, Master ABC is his name. Okay, Master Rain. Okay, and his name, and social is his subject. Same, we got three teachers and we have few of the, I have not saved. So you might be seeing why it is showing only two, why we are not able to see the record. Because we have just two columns, like two fields created, so it is showing it here only. Okay, we'll go to students now. I'll click on any of the student. Okay, so this student is Mr. Bean. We want one of the teacher allocated, but how? A way to see that. So we have to do is we have to decide like on which object we have to create the relationship field. The next question to the um, client should be like how many students and how many teachers. Is it like one teacher can take care of 10 students, or is there any scenario like one student will get like more than one mentor teachers? Then client said no, we have just like one student. Sorry, one teacher might take care 10 students approximately, but one student will have only one teacher as mentor. Okay, so by this we understood is one teacher and 10 students. This is our main concept. This is one to many relationship now, because see here, one teacher to 10 students. That means it is a one to many relationship. By this we can easily understand how we can able to guess which is the on which object we need the lookup field. Okay, easily you can decide is uh like many students, no, so on many you have to create the field. Wherever many is there, you have to go and create a field. This is your thumb rule. So now where we are going to create the field, lookup field is on student. We'll go to the student object. Okay, it is already here. And now we have to create a new field. So relationship is also a fields in the same object. We have to create lookup. Okay, we got this field here. Click on next. And here it is asking us to select another object. What is the other object we wanted to connect us with? Teacher. Okay, we got it. And next. And field name is automatically taken. Description is not necessary. And a child relationship name. So this is the child relationship name you can see here. And there are some of the uh, like lines which we will be discussing in the future classes, and this also we will get to know in the next class. As of now you can just click on new, next, sorry, and next. And here what it is asking, to change the location of this field on the page, we'll need to customize the page layout. Okay, next. And finally, this is a related list, which means in the parent object, which is teachers object, you will be able to see the a related list, like list of students. So this we will see. So for that reason, we have checked this box and save it. Okay, I am going back and will see to create a new student now. Okay, name is Peter AB, and Peter at gmail.com. This is not necessary. This is our point now. We'll connect it with Sunita. Okay. Peter is mail again. Save. It's saved. So now we got to know, like we were easily able to connect the teacher with the student. Okay. Where is Sunita? Wait. Something went wrong. Automatically, all these things are happening. One moment. So this was the latest one which we created. We should be able to see it, guys. It's behaving a bit wrong. Mm, why is it not showing? Wait, we'll go here. Okay, something is wrong. So we will look at this in the tomorrow's class. And this is not a live section because I have not recorded the session. So I have tried to retell, and I am uploading this video. Okay, about the look and feel will speak tomorrow. So as of now, we had created the field, and we can connect the teachers with students. Okay, fine then. Try to have a look on this also. One moment. Should be showing teacher of training, but it is not showing. Don't know why. See this in the layout, it is there. So some problem. Always, like, we can go back to the um, classic to have a look whether those have been updated or not. We'll have a look. This was the recent one which we created. So here you can see the teacher for training. So if you click on this, you will be able to see this a teacher's name. Master Prem was the second teacher, and you can see the list of students under them. So this is what we were. I said no. I am checking the box. This is what it is. So you can change this name also. I can show you. Like, we have to go to see here. This is the one teacher for training related to. child relationship and related list label. This we have to change the label. So you can click on edit. Here you can change list of students. That's all. Okay, and save it. See here, it has been updated. List of students. Okay, you understood now how it is. And he is dealing with social, and we got all these people, and we can go from here also. Who is that student and understand? This is how it is. Okay, everything is done. List of students. This are the list. Okay. For the next one, like we know it is not that readable if we see only ID. And in the same way, if we are in the students, while choosing, if we are having only the, like, we can go here and change the search results like how it is. We have right now only two. So if we want teacher name and subject here, we can customize that also. So that thing what we will do is we will try to learn in the next class. As of now, this is what we are going to learn. Okay. Okay, guys. So we'll end this. Thank you all. Bye bye.